Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. And yes, definitely my daily cricket show did not take off yesterday. Do apologize for that. The reason being, I was honored for my world class customer service in my company. So we basically it was dining with the top bosses in a very good restaurant and after office hours and that's the reason. So they were actually honoring me for the world class customer service that I provided in my company. And as you know, cricket is a passion, and basically I do it as a passion, as a hobby, as you all know. So that's the reason I couldn't be a part of the Cricket Happening show yesterday. But nevertheless, what I'm going to do is today, due to that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to talk to you about yesterday's match, which is the match which actually Pakistan lost to the West Indies, and Pakistan have already taken the series 2-0. And I'm going to talk about that in a very brief manner, though. And today we had the fourth one day international, which was played at Ranchi, where is the Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni's home ground. And I have to say, the news was not good for Dhoni, as New Zealand managed to level the series with a 19-run win over India in the fourth one-day international. And now the final one-day international, which is coming up, the decider should be a real beauty, because whoever wins it takes the trophy, PTM trophy. So, let's, as I said, I'm first going to catch up with the match between Pakistan and the West Indies, and let's see what really happened there. As far as yesterday was concerned, the West Indies were given a target of 456. The other day, I was telling you that Blackwood was looking good, and Ralston Chase has to play something like what he did against India, where he was compared to Sir Gary Sobers, because he actually hit a century, saved the match, and also picked up wickets. But yesterday, well, nothing of that sort happened. But yes, one man who stood there in that crisis was Blackwood. Blackwood was playing some exquisite strokes. He was looking pretty good, Blackwood. But other than that, there was not much of a resistance from the West Indies, and the West Indies were all out for 322, thus giving the Pakistanis a win on a platter, I would say. 133-run victory, thus West Indies, Pakistan winning the three-match series 1-0, with the final one coming up in Sharjah on 30th of October. Blackwood played superbly for his 95, 11 fours in that knock of 95. After that chase, well, he did. He definitely gave good support to Blackwood by defying the Pakistani bowlers for quite a long time. But once he completed 20 runs, he was a victim. 20 with two boundaries to his name. Shai Hope also did a fine job, I thought, of contributing 41 in the lower middle order with four boundaries. And Jason Holder made only 16 with 1 6, and Bishu, like in the first innings, tried to defy the Pakistan bowlers, 26 to his name. But it was all Yasir Shah coming in and picking up a 10-wicket bag, because he picked up four, and he knocked off six of the West Indies batsmen to pick up a good analysis of 39 overs, 5 minutes, 124 runs, and 6 wickets. And as I said, once again, Yasir Shah proved to be the real difference, because the ball was really turning. It was not an easy pitch to bat on, for sure. The ball was skidding at times, and Yasir Shah capitalized. 39 overs, 5 minutes, 124 runs, and 6 wickets. And other than that, well, I can say the man of the match went to Yasir Shah for his 10-wicket bag. It was his second 10-wicket bag in his career. And what a bowler Yasir Shah is. In fact, after taking 10 wickets, the recent ICC Test rankings that came today, ICC rankings that came, he's actually ranked him as the bowler number 2 today. So, and also Yunis Khan has also gone up in the rankings. So that's a good thing which is happening for Pakistan. So that is as far as yesterday's match is concerned. But now head on to this fourth ODI. As I said, it was played in Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the Indian captain's home ground, which is Ranchi. And I have to say, it was not a very good like a home match for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because his team lost the match. Let's looking at this match here. The fourth one day International British JSC International Stadium Complex in Ranchi. The toss was actually won by New Zealand, and New Zealand decided that they would bat first, and they really definitely justified their start here, putting up a very good solid partnership. In fact, it was Martin Guptill who was tearing the Indian bowlers in the power play. We had Umesh Yadav. Today, Dhaval Kulkarni was playing, and Dhaval Kulkarni got a really crude reception from Martin Guptill, as Martin Guptill kept on creaming him for boundaries, and also Umesh Yadav was also coming for some severe beating there from Martin Guptill's bat, as both Guptill was the aggressive self, and as usual Tom Latham a sedate self, I would say, just giving company to Martin Guptill, and the scoreboard was really moving at a very rapid rate. They had a very good run rate in the power play. They took immense advantage of the power play, one could say, as they added 96 runs for the first wicket. And then finally, it was the bowling of Akshar Patel which got in the breakthrough, a much needed breakthrough, as Latham was caught by Rahane at the bowling of Patel for 39 of 40 deliveries, 4 fours. After that, Kane Williamson was in combination with Martin Guptill, and Kane Williamson was also looking good. I mean, he was definitely, Kane Williamson was just trying to give the strike to Martin Guptill as far as possible by taking some singles, and Martin Guptill was handling it very well. In fact, he was absolutely dealing in boundaries. And then finally, it was Pandya who actually picked up the wicket when Martin Guptill was caught by Dhoni, but not after making a very good score, I would say, as far as, and he was the man of the match too, 72 runs of 84 deliveries with 12 well-hit boundaries. After that, Williamson and Taylor the crease. Williamson and Taylor continued, and it was good going for the New Zealand. They were at one stage they were 160 for 2, then became 184, and that was the time Kane Williamson. Now, this was the time where one could say that the Indian bowlers hold sway. There was a phase during which Akshar Patel and Mishra actually throttled the New Zealand batsmen there, and in the process the run rate was really kept down very well by the two spinners. But then Mishra was the one who picked up the wicket of Williamson, caught behind of Dhoni, 41 of 59 balls, 4 fours, and that made the score 184 for 3 in the 36th over. And then we saw then we saw a real collapse happening from 184. I mean, at 36, one would have probably expected there still was some real batting to come, and there was no Luke Ronchi today in the team, and one probably expected that New Zealand would probably make in excess of 300 runs at the score they were, but it was not to be. There was a mini collapse, as I said. The spinners, Dhoni's very good reflexes, and James Neesham was the next to go, as Mishra actually picked this wicket by getting him caught by Kohli for 6 of 9 balls with 1-4. The next to go was BJ Watling. It was Dhaval Kulkarni getting his first wicket. Watling was out for 14, but after that came a beautiful stumping from a run out from Dhoni. I mean, Taylor had actually played the ball, and Dhaval Kulkarni had relayed the ball to Dhoni, and Dhoni, with his back to the crease, back to the stumps, as you know, he normally flicks the ball with his fingers or with his hand, and that's what he precisely did to absolutely catch Ross Taylor with surprise, as Ross Taylor was trying to run to the strikers, and by the time Dhoni, without even seeing the stumps, I mean, I would say backhanding the ball into the stumps, and Taylor was a goner for 35, and that made it things very difficult, being up 223 for 6, and then I thought in the death overs they really had it very tough. Only 60 runs coming, and they couldn't even reach the 300 mark. Dave Sitch was gone for 11 of the bowling of Yadav, and they were really kept quiet. And in the end, the New Zealand innings, which was looking like making 300 runs, had to be content with 260 for 7. Santos was not out on 17 of 13 deliveries, 1 4. Tim Southey not out on 9 of 5 balls. And one felt that New Zealand were really short by some 40 over runs. But well, in the end, as I said, didn't matter. It was the winning team was the Kiwis. Let's have a look at the Indian bowling figures. Umesh Yadav, 1 for 60, 10 overs, 1 maiden. Dhaval Kulkarni was slapped by Martin Guptill, but later on he came back. 7 overs, 1 for 59. Pandya, 5 overs, 1 for 31. But the spinners did a fine job. In fact, I forgot to mention about Kedar Jadhav. We didn't take a wicket, but definitely Kedar Jadhav also bowled his office very well. 10 overs, no maiden, 42 runs and 2 wickets for Amit Mishra. Akshar Patel was very impressive, 10 overs, 1 for 38. And Jadhav couldn't pick his wickets today, but nevertheless very economical. 8 overs, none for 27. Now, India were actually given a target of 261 runs, and this was an opportunity for them to actually win the match and actually win the series, but it was not to be. The start for India, wouldn't say it was very good. It was Saudi actually nipping the ball away from the bat of Rohit Sharma and wattling behind the stumps, making no mistake. So that was wicket number 1 with Rohit Sharma into the pavilion, caught wattling ball Saudi for 11 of 19 deliveries with 2 fours. After that, Kohli came in, and Rahane was looking pretty solid with his stroke making. At the other end, Virat Kohli, he was also looking confident. He was stroking the ball from the meat of the blade as things were going on. It was a serene, it was a very smooth passage of time when Rahane and Kohli were at the crease and things were going on. But we saw the introduction of the leggy East Sodhi, and East Sodhi, actually it was not a good ball. I mean, probably Virat Kohli should have cut it very hard. He definitely tried that, but in doing so, he actually couldn't time it properly. It took the edge, wattling behind the wickets did the rest. So Kohli was gone for 45, 51 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 6, which made it 98 for 2. And as done in the previous match, Dhoni once again walked into a huge cheer from the Ranchi crowd, which is his home, I said. And so Dhoni walked in to join Ajinkya Rahane, who was looking good. And we only saw like 30 runs added between the two, and that was the time it was James Neesham who broke that partnership by getting Rahane NBW, who played well for his 57 of 70 deliveries, 5 fours and 1 6. Dhoni was there, but Dhoni couldn't force the pace. He found that he could not really force the pace on this pitch, and he was joined in by Akshar Patel. Akshar Patel was looking very good at the crease at the time, but then Neesham not only picked up Rahane, he also sent Dhoni packing by getting him clean bowled, knocking his stumps over. Dhoni's stumps were knocked over, probably trying to play a drive. He's gone for 11, and to the huge disappointment of his home fans here in Ranchi. Other than Akshar Patel, there was much of it, and that was the time when New Zealand really capitalized. Once Dhoni was gone, they had Akshar Patel and Pandey at the crease, and then it was we suddenly saw that Saudi was brought into the attack as good captaincy, one thought, from Kane Williamson, and that really paid rich dividends as Saudi prized out Manish Pandey by what a brilliant catch taken by Latham. I mean, jumping in and picking up that catch. Manish Pandey was gone for 12 of 12 deliveries, and Jadhav was sent back for a duck. So these 2 wickets were prized out by Saudi, and India were sinking there at 154 for 6. And Pandya was still a hope, and Akshar Patel at the crease, as I said, he was looking solid. But today, Hardik Pandya fell a victim. Once again, another brilliant catch taken by Latham to see the back of Hardik Pandya for 9. And once Hardik Pandya went, India would have known that now their chances were very, very remote as Amit Mishra came in. And we saw Amit Mishra also depart. He was run out for 14 of 17 deliveries, but Patel was standing firm over there. But then Dhaval Kulkarni came in and did some biffing, I would say, because but by the time India's equation was 53 runs required in 8 overs, and they had 2 wickets in hand. But Dhaval Kulkarni was actually hitting the ball very well, and that was the time we had Akshar Patel after staying at the crease. Making a useful 38 of 40. That was 3 4s and 1 6. This was Trent Bolt to actually rattle the timber of Akshar Patel for 38, and then it was left to Dhaval Kulkarni. So Dhaval Kulkarni tried his bit in the company of Umesh Yadav by hitting a few boundaries and a six, but that was it. Umesh Yadav was the last wicket to go, out to the bowling of Bolt for 7, leaving Dhaval Kulkarni not out on 26 deliveries, 2 4s and 1 6, and it was all over for the Indians. 241 all out and a 19-run victory, and I thought it was a well-deserved victory for the Kiwis. Good captaincy, and they did a fine job. As far as the bowling is concerned, and the series was level 2-2. So the final one, which is coming up, should be a real beauty, as I said. And as far as the Kiwi bowling was concerned, Tim Saudi 9 was 3 for 40, did a fine job. Bolt 9.4 overs on, made in 48 runs and 2 wickets. Neesham did a good job in getting 2 wickets in the middle, 6 overs 2 for 38. Santer 10 overs 1 for 38, also bowled well. Sodhi got a very important wicket, that of Virat Kohli. In fact, Virat Kohli, he knew when he actually played that stroke, he did not wait for the umpire's decision. He started walking. 10 overs 1 made 1 for 52 for Virat for East Sodhi, and Dave Sid bowled 4 overs for 22. Martin Guptill was named man of the match, and I'm sure Martin Guptill would have been very happy with this effort because, as you know, he has been struggling on this Indian tour, but today he came up trumps. So that is as far as today's match was concerned. Now let's have a look at some cricket news. As far as cricket news is concerned, the cricket news that I can say is that, as you know, Sri Lanka are in Zimbabwe. Sri Lanka are captained by Rangana Herath because of an injury to Angelo Matthews, and I would say, even though Sri Lanka are crippled with a lot of big players not playing, there's no Dinesh Chandimal, and they're really crippled, no doubt about it. But I would say equally crippled are Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe, one of their very good bowlers, I thought, in test matches. One is Tendai Chatara, the tall Tendai Chatara, who gets some good bounce and with some decent pace. And Tinesha Panyangra is also another good bowling prospect for them, and both are missing. Both are unfit, and so I think it's even Stevens, I would say. But definitely Sri Lanka are missing a lot of big names, no doubt. And so Sri Lanka, what they have done is they have brought Chris Pofu back. Malcolm Waller gets an opportunity, and they also have an uncapped bowler by the name Mumba coming into the team. So that is as far as cricket news is concerned. Other than that, Anderson, one was probably thinking that James Anderson, who missed the test matches against Bangladesh, would probably be fit for India. But the news is that James Anderson would not be fit even by the month of December. So that means he's going to miss a few test matches against India. And as I said, when last time Dhoni definitely said the difference between India and England was this man, James Anderson, and he's missing from the pack. And I think that is a big setback for England, because I thought James Anderson, being in the team itself, his physical presence itself really says a lot. But unfortunately, he wouldn't be a part. So that is the news. I know that English fans will be very disappointed. One can understand that, but definitely one hopes that I would hope that Anderson could play in the Test series against India. Let's hope that he recovers quickly. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I don't have anything else to dwell on today on this cricket show. And also one news before I go. As you know, the final test match is coming up between Bangladesh and England, and Bangladesh would try to actually level the series, and it's Zafar Ansari, the all-round spin bowler, would probably be making his debut in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really says it all as far as today's cricket show is concerned, and you'll be seeing me tomorrow. That's on my next Cricket Happening show. Until then, it's good night.